right. Let's get the homies in here. No. Okay.
All
right, we are officially live, and it never fails that I start like the session, and there's no music in the background. Hit me with that music. All right, welcome to Group B. Welcome to part 2 of the campaign. There is a lot of stuff we are going to be doing, and I just ask that you stay tuned for the next couple sessions, as everything is a growing process. So, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. Thank you for watching. This is not a paid campaign. This is a free campaign, but I am opening it up for tips. So if you do enjoy watching this session or you enjoy playing in it, there's PayPal links all over the place. Any of donations are appreciated. Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game. Everything you are seeing tonight is live storytelling. None of this is pre-scripted. And we are just rolling with it. You get it? Alright, I'm done. Alright, I'm going home. I'll see you guys later. I'm done.
You are home!
I know. Since this is the first session, we'll go around the table, virtual table, and let everybody... you can just give like a 2-sentence description of the character you're playing, who they are, and your name as a player, or probably the reverse order of that. Let's start from the earliest player to the newest player. So, Ramon, hit us with that short description of Ericus.
Yeah, I play Ericus Virgion, half-elf ranger / fighter now. He left his village to seek adventure and is now in over his head, fighting gods.
Alright, and Rob, hit us with Roman's shenanigans.
So, I play Roman Drake, a fighter monk, who, after one bad employer, everything's just gone steadily downhill from here.
And then next joining the group would be Dralos. We have to read Dralos's. Eric is controlling Dralos tonight. He is here, but he is not speaking. So I'll let Eric type his, and then we'll come back to it, and I'll read it on stream. So next is Anthony controlling Admir.
Oh, that makes me sad that I'm the fourth most oldest character in this campaign now. Anthony. I play Admir / Terran. The reason I say slash is because Admir has split personality disorder due to a magic surge and now has basically a child living in his head.
And then let's go with JJ controlling Zodra. I said that 30 times before the session to get it right.
Hi, I'm JJ. I'm, as he said, playing Zodra, the paladin monk. God damn it. The paladin warlock sorcerer, aka the paladin draped in shadows, out here trying to gain more power to go fight a evil past.
Alright, and finally KJ. Or KG. Wow, I did everybody's names perfect tonight until I got to the last one. Alright, I'm done.
Hi, I'm KG. I'm playing Cortus Nox, a Earth genocide barbarian who's a little out of place, out of time, is lovingly called the Rage of the Sleeping God.
Alright, and Dralos. Eric explained Dralos. He's motivated by killing and stabbing and money. He was kind of wrapped into things because he was enticed by a dress. That is very
accurate.
True. Alright, so before we get started tonight, I am going to read the prompt to everybody, watching and who comes back and watches the sessions. So, if you guys want to take like 2 or 3 minutes real quick, I'll blow through this and then we will jump into it. I guess I guess I'll also do a small overview of what happened in the last session. Welcome to part 2 of your campaign. Before dawn comes the dark night. Lost legends have returned to the world of Ilderon. Reports have reached the Maphis University that the city of Ardor in the neighboring country was nearly destroyed when caught between two clashing gods. As a result of their fight, a permanent swirling tempest of souls rages over the foreign city. Citizens and travelers run the risk of being run the risk of being possessed by the restless spirits while traveling through the region. Even though Ardor Sarai and Alilnagai are at war, the ghostly storm could pose a threat to all of Ilderon. It falls on the scholars of the diplomatically neutral Maphis University to find a solution to close it. Headmistress Dilo Rona has selected her most trusted professor, Effie Freedomfall, to scout the situation and create a plan to dissipate the storm. In order to aid Effie before she departs, Dila has dispatched her personal agents on a goodwill mission to the city of NAS and Dale. There is hope that the struggling military organization of Nazram, devoted to keeping undead threats at bay in Ilderon, would be willing to share any tomes of knowledge they have on soul magic with the Maphis University. While retrieving the tomes, the party has also been tasked with delivering a letter requesting an appeal for a prisoner by the name of Hauzik Niven within the dungeons of Nazandale. The powerful emotional call of Nazandale beckons for the party. In addition to their former traveling companion being jailed in the city, lost family members of living and falling companions reside somewhere in the defensive ports. Their story begins on the streets of Nazandale. Just kind of picking up from where we left off last session, you guys know that all types of wars and skirmishes have broken out inside of Alilnagai. Dila has been doing everything she can to keep you guys out of this, as you guys have already had hard enough of a time rescuing her, and has been sending you on small tasks just throughout the western region of Alilnagai. The next task you guys find yourself on is this one that aligns with your current party's goals. We are going to jump over to Nazandale. And I'm going to build up this page more in the future. Alright, so it is... That's why I took time to get my card out, because I wanted to go over the important events. So the last day that you guys, left off on was the 32nd of Priestess. We are just going to pick up straight into the, let's see, I didn't put it in your guys' group as far as like where we were time skipping to. I put it in another group. Alright, we're picking up onto the 8th of Hunter. About a week and a half has passed, and you guys find yourselves inside of Nazandale. Different members of your party have decided to part ways, with the war between Alilnagai and Ardor Sarai growing. Tristan went back home to be with his family. Alo didn't feel it was safe to be on the roads anymore. Yeah, those were the only two you lost. Oh, hey, should probably describe the scenes for you guys. So, you guys are going to be arriving at Nazandale from the northern gate. This whole city is basically built around this massive fortress on the eastern side of the city. It is called the First Pillar. Dila described it, or told you guys that much. The whole, while Nazandale is a major port, the whole entirety of the town exists to serve the needs of the First Pillar and the soldiers that make their living here inside of the city. That said, you were told to meet with a contact a contact within the university, or from the university, by the name of Zodra, inside of the first pillar, who would have the tomes requested. Those tomes specifically are a series of books by Effie Freedomfall called... Let's pull out Effie's sheet. Should the need arise, Tales of the Sea Shield.
That's the book?
Yes. Otherwise, you guys are on the streets of NAS and Dale. You can go anywhere you'd like, do whatever you'd like. You can see the first pillar in the distance. If you can head straight there, if you want. I run this campaign sandboxy.
Real quick, because I don't think I have it noted. We got paid.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys have been paid by Dila just for doing all the tasks that you have done. That payment is the loot points that you guys got in between sessions.
No, because we got like 2k gold or whatever when we finished the beforehand.
Yes, you got paid 2,000 gold for returning Dila to the university. Then
I don't think I have that noted.
Additionally, check your page because you might have put it in a vault. You guys all open vaults inside of Sky's Reach with the Merchants of the Ruby.
Okay. I think that adds up.
Additionally, you guys got 3 gems. Alo was holding on to them, but he would have handed them off if no one else has them noted in your inventory. You guys have 3 diamonds worth 500 gold each to help pay for the life debts that you owe for Hapelri's, or rather that Hapelri asked you to pay for.
I got it. Another important question. Is it Admir Terran right now?
That is an important question. Anthony, if you'd be so kind to make that roll for us.
Rob, since you brought it up, odds or evens?
Evens.
Which one do you want it to be, I'll say?
I want it to be Terran.
So you want it to be Terran on evens?
Yeah, if it's evens, it's Terran. If
You
it's
want
odds, it's... Yay! Well, because I was just about to be like, okay, boys, what do you want to do? And I was like, there's a reasonable chance that it's technically a woman I'm talking to.
Okay, boys, what do you want to do? Turns around, Terran's there. Hi!
Oh!
You see Terran riding on her darkened veil lion.
So... I'm pretty... we can go explore the town, but
Don't you
I'm
want
pretty
to see
sure...
your mom?
Well, I was getting there. Thanks. I'm pretty sure literally all of our business is taken care of in the first pillar. Peller's life debt, the stuff Dila wants us to do, meeting my mom, So, like I said, we can go sightseeing, or we can get down to business. Miss Tristan.
Are you just trying to avoid the inevitable by trying to say you want to sightsee first?
No, I just don't know what you guys want to do, and I don't want to be a dictator. I don't know if we're ever... I don't know how often we're going to be... how long we're going to be here, and how often we'll ever come here, so...
Well, if you have family here, maybe we'll be able to come here a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
Then again, from what you were saying on the way here, we might be run out of town as heretics.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a... Every day's a different experience in a little guy. Instead of the first
What do
pillar,
you think?
I think we should get the business taken care of. You know?
I mean, it's just getting a book, right? How hard could it be?
Right, I don't...
Please tell me I didn't jinx.
Urkus says... I had a flashback to times of Group B I wasn't a part of.
That's why,
Don't you just love famous last words?
That's why,
How hard can it be to get a book? I don't know, ask Brock.
Suddenly Zadra turns into a,
that's why I said under my breath, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
It's up to Roman if he wants to hear that or not.
But, yeah, I mean, if, I think the faster we get this taken care of, you know, if we want to go sightseeing, at least we don't have that looming over us, because it's done. It's taken care of.
Drelos, you're quiet.
I forgot we had Drelos.
Drelos said, buddy system, keep me safe.
Are you still worried that Olivia's coming to kill you?
Yes.
It's been like 2 weeks. If she was gonna kill you, you'd be dead.
Exactly.
I mean, for all you know, she'll come and kill you at your deathbed when you're already dying.
Right? That's when you least expect it. When you're already gonna die.
She promised to kill me. Alright.
You know,
Oh, go ahead.
we got you. You know, if she pops up, we'll do what we always do when we encounter her. We'll run. We'll run, and we'll run, and we'll run, and we'll keep running. And
I
yeah.
miss Halo. Could have done more.
You're fast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a viable strategy.
Yeah, so to the first pillar. Yay! Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, excitement.
I'm just gonna look around. Eric's gonna look around. So would that be reception? Like as we're walking?
Yeah, would you be looking for anything in specific?
No, just looking around and seeing what I can see.
Okay,
Would that count as my passive, or would that be active?
yeah, I mean, I can tell you what you see on your passive, or if you want to make an active check, you know, you might gather different information. Just for the most part, NAS and Dale as a city, this is one of the primary, logistical bases of operation. There we go. Strongholds for Nazaram in not only the inner sea, but just the western part of Ilderon. So this place is positively alight with people. The town is filled with smoke. Every forge in the city is making weapons and arms. Not only is Nazaram scrambling to, you know, answer Archbite threats that are popping up around the world, they're also, you know, doing so with reduced numbers. So this whole city is like filled with people. No time to talk to you. You know, there are wagoners like hitting their horses, running up and down these streets as fast as they are, whipping their horses as fast as they can. People carting goods and metals off to different forges in the area. Supplies being, you know, hurriedly taken or hastily taken to the docks. If you rolled anything, I didn't see it. Among that, I mean, you can stop anyone in these crowds, or you can try and get directions from anybody. A particular note that you'll notice about this city, there are Sunyith here, and there are Risen members here, but most of the peacekeeping in the city is actually patrols of soldiers of Nazaram. as you get to, or as you guys have been traveling through each region of Ilomagai, how each Supreme Light decides to guard their stretch of territory seems to be slightly different. Yeah, Taryn's got nothing. She's just in awe at all of these people here.
She's petting Tappa, who we remember where we talked about if I could have Tappa as one of those unicorn rabbits.
Yes, and the resurrected Tappa, because Tappa died.
Long
Yeah,
live
Tappa died hard.
Mm-hmm.
Still the same Tappa.
Alright, so, within the first pillar, you guys would, obviously, Dila wouldn't make the same mistake twice that got Halsik thrown in prison. And I don't like this music, I'm going to switch to something else. You guys would have paperwork, or, you know, at least a written letter from Dila of, like, your business inside of the first pillar.
To be fair, Adila didn't get Halsik thrown in jail. Halsik got Halsik thrown in jail.
Halsik screwed Halsik.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that went on with that was, like, Halsik was like, I'm burning this building. Why? Because Dila and Rona told me to. And it's like, do you have a paper saying she did? No. Alright, pocket dust. Run away.
Pocket sand!
So...
Pocket debris.
But anyways, yeah, inside of the first pillar, it's going to be that picture on the bottom, as this is a combination of a Sunyith citadel, kind of like reappropriated into a military fortress. Walking through the halls here, these soldiers are going to lead you to a second floor barracks and a commune room that has been turned into an area for coming and going soldiers. You are... It's interesting. The soldier who is leading you is a young private, new to the organization. You are going to see in this room there is a plethora of different groups of people. This seems to be a commune for kind of like the non-official or higher up members of like the useful contacts, essentially, of just like, oh yeah, just give them quarters in that side of the keep. In this room there are 8 different groups of moving people, some, you know, grizzled old soldiers sitting alone, reading, some people on getting deployment orders from risen scribes. The soldier is going to lead you to a not middle-aged man, because he's relatively young, to Zodra, and say, this is the person described in your letter. Says that Effie Freedomfall interviewed him about his time, and he's gonna lean over to the party and say, says he's from a different plane. I'm not sure how much of it she bought when she was here, but we still keep him around. He fights for the Nazarium cause. If he has your information, the man just kind of shrugs and says, we don't really require much reading material from these people. Zodra is in front of the party of 4 or 3. Four. Drelos, Admir, Roman, and Urkis. Taryn.
Still Taryn right now.
Damn you, Taryn.
Hi!
Taryn just looks at him and says hi with a very genuine smile on her face.
Zodra kind of snaps out of the daze that he was in, kind of just staring off into the distance, like, huh? What? Oh, hey.
Hello.
Who are y'all?
I'm Roman Drake. This is Terran. That's Draelos. This is Urkus. Well, I guess we're technically with the Maphis University now. We've come to ask for your assistance.
You're from another plane? Which one?
Start looking around. Calcrest.
What's Calcrest?
It's a city. What, like, how long ago? Fuck.
16 years?
Yeah. Sunk into the ocean.
Well, that's the official story. It's sunk into an ocean. It's not in the ocean. It's nowhere near an ocean. It's in a different plane. It's a hell. I'm not going to go into it because everybody thinks I'm crazy every time I fucking talk about it. But
look,
people think I'm crazy
you
too.
do garner some looks as you say that, out loud. Just like some people looking over in your direction.
Like, oh god, he's talking to crazy again.
look over him. What? What do you want? What are you looking at? Go back to your business.
We sacrificed the soul of a woman that could see into the future to save an immortal elf from an undead sorceress with the help of an ice phoenix. You're literally not the weirdest thing I've heard about in the last month.
Gonna sit there and take a minute to process all that, like elf. I'm gonna
as
wave
you
that completely off.
As you guys are talking, and Zodra is like there in thought. You see a scribe just kind of like tell the person they're talking to 1 second, and come and join the conversation. The woman is going to, because I assume Zodra's just like sitting down drinking.
Yeah, probably. He's probably having ale because down the yard stare goes pretty well with ale.
Zodra is going to recognize his friend in the organization, and she's going to lean down and say, "Zodra, are these people bothering you? I can take care of any needs if they need you to sign anything from the university."
Oh lord!
Oh shit!
Oh. All right.
That got heavy.
Great question, Brandon.
That got heavy real fast.
Do you see the family resemblance?
That's the beard. It obscures things.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you have the belt of Dwarven kind right now.
I can
also, your mother has never seen you before as like not a baby.
Well, right, and that's the thing is I don't know. Well, I would know, so she'd have to been like lurking from the shadows or some shit.
The shadow realm.
No, the only other thing would just be if that's where I get the eyes from. No, the only other thing would be how much of a resemblance I bear to my father.
Yeah, and that's a question. So, as a character, do you think Roman takes more to his father or his mother? That would be a very important question right now. There's one thing I did make sure and go through was like your hair color and everything was. I felt like you take more after your father.
That's why that's how I've always played it, or I think about it, just because it would also help sort of the disconnect he has with the mom, because then there's no like. But I hate my blonde hair. It just reminds me of the one that left.
But then you're just Harry Potter. You have your mom's eyes.
Right. Or that, like it's like one trait.
I got my mom's hips, damn it.
And they don't lie.
No, but I would scar when I was a baby.
But I would say I would say Roman definitely takes after his father.
Yeah, but once again, though, too, your dad was a soldier, always clean shaven. She's not gonna recognize this scruffy mountain man in front of her.
Hey, who says I'm not clean shaven right now?
Well,
I'm not clean shaven right now. I'm just being obtuse for the sake of it.
Your belt of Dwarven kind says so, asshole.
Oh, it's a 50% chance.
Well,
I reluctant to do
50%
it.
now.
But for the sake of it, it's been a week and a half. I failed that check once, at least.
So,
Aaron's gonna look at the lady and go, "Hi, who are you?"
how do you pronounce this woman's name? Because
Oridora.
Okay,
Oridora.
That's what I thought, but I was like, it could be something completely different.
She turns to Taryn and bows and says, "Oridora, risen envoy of honor. I'm
just gonna note this right now. The minute that name finishes coming out of her mouth, the eyes go wide. Like, oh.
Taryn just kind of like stops saying anything, puts a finger up, starts pointing to Roman, back to her, back to Roman, back to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Erica say, I shouldn't have said that.
It's like, I knew it. I knew I jinxed us.
It's like, I would just put my hand on Oridora's shoulder, like, nah, they're here to ask for assistance on something. I don't know. People never tell me anything here.
Now,
point in a direction, so.
Yeah, she's going to say, "Well, I serve at Commander Kerastase's leisure, helping the contracted soldiers settle in on the jobs they have." And she's going to look back to Zodra and say, "If you need anything, of course, feel free to contact me or ask me for it. It's my job to make your lives here as pleasant as possible." She looks back to the person. She did. She looks back to the person she was talking to, and she's going to say, "Kortas, I can continue showing you to your quarters." She's going to walk back and continue showing this room and all of its features off to this. Well, if you want to give a description of Kortas, you can.
I can do that. What you would see in the room, you'd see a large figure, almost 2 people wide, standing well over 6 feet. His bright cerulean hair stands out. It also kind of stands up and awkwardly. It looks unkempt, but also like it's kept in place by something. His clothes are kind of dingy and definitely out of style. And you're pretty sure he'd fit in with just about any beggar's corner in any city, any place. The only things that, besides that really stand out to you is the kind of gray, chiseled skin, the bright white eyes, and a huge ass hammer that he seems to carry over his shoulder.
All right, so you guys are still talking to Zadra after everybody got silent. Zodra.
That was the most butchered.
After everybody, just kind of got silent and started pointing back and forth at, Roman and then Oridora, she's just like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, and I don't understand what you're saying, and just walks off. She's still in the room, but you guys can, resume your conversation uninterrupted.
So,
all right.
What are you on your assistance with, exactly?
Blinking a few times. We're looking for... You have a tome, I believe? Tales of the Sea Shield?
Oh, y'all are the one Effie gave me these books, Effie did. Okay,
Yeah, we're Effie's friends.
Yeah, give me a minute. I know Effie. Yeah, give me a minute.
Does she have other friends?
I need to get her.
I assume Effie's a very perfect person.
She has a girlfriend.
Yeah. And a mom.
We don't talk about her girl.
We don't talk about our girlfriend in polite property.
Hey you, I wanna be your girlfriend.
Hey, I put 2,300 heads in a box.
What?
Yeah, Lyra's a beautiful person. I hope you get to meet her.
But I'm gonna get up, go to my quarters, grab the tomes, and then come back.
How long of a trip is that? Don't leave me in this room!
You know what? We're just gonna roll a d6 for how many minutes that takes. 2.
D10. No.
Oh, d10? I'll allow it as a d10. Alright, re-rolling as a d10. 4 minutes. So, oh, go ahead.
No, Jared, when he leaves, Taryn's just gonna look at Roman. Why didn't you say anything?
What are you supposed to say?
Hi?
We did that!
No, I did that. You didn't say jack schnit. Admir doesn't like it when I swear.
That's fine.
I mean, he's gonna get the book. That's one half of the things we needed to do. No, hold on, 1/3.
I mean, we could talk to that big dude that looks kind of like he's like a literal mountain of a person.
He kind of looks.
I mean, have you ever had anybody describe as like carved from granite? He looks like he was the granite. You know, and I don't know. Tristan's gone. We could use extra dudes with hammers.
Would he be willing to fight against whatever the hell this ghost storm is? What did they do, man?
Everybody in this room is contracted labor, BT dubs.
Look, I mean, probably it's Nazariam. That's what they do.
By the way, Brandon, you said they're contracted as in, like, if they would, people hire them?
Yeah, all these people are mercenaries. These aren't official, Nazarian members. These are just like, oh, if we need extra hands, these are our preferred people to go to.
So,
okay.
I just want to say one thing. Suddenly a message comes into Roman's head. What was the name of that book again? I got a fucking 1,000 books in this goddamn room. What was it called again?
Tales of the Sea Shield.
Yeah, thanks.
Roman, why are you speaking out loud?
No.
It was telepathic, BTW.
Oh, okay. That would have been hilarious.
Well, no, he probably yelled out loud because you can respond to it in a whisper, but he probably just like, I don't.
Right, I'm just, it's coming from all directions right now. So now I'm the crazy person.
For reference, I casted message.
Oh, cool. I probably would have kept my composure to be perfectly honest. Anyways, so Cortez is Cortez still being like,
Yeah, it's as you guys are like looking around, she's not more than maybe 25 feet away from you guys at most. Like showing him the bar, the communal area where people can gather around, find like a place to sit down and read. Sparring circle on this second floor, balcony overlooking, and she's just describing all of this. She is very aware of your guys' conversation and presence here, as ever so often she occasionally looks back towards you.
We could just, go to her and see if she can help us figure out how to pay this stuff off for Effie. Not Effie, but for Pelry.
That's
That'd
fair.
be
She would be the one to talk to.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So that's about like 3 minutes right there. So, Zodra would be on his way back. But you guys do step forward, and Oridora is going to pause in her explanation and say, and of course, at any time you're, and once again looking towards Kortos and say, "Excuse me," and look towards you and say, "How can I be of service?"
Roman will take a quick look over at Cortez. Sorry to keep interrupting the spiel. We had additional business here. We were asked to help settle a life debt for I had this up. the life that's what for both the mom and the slaver, or the master.
And she's gonna nod and say, "All right, continue. I can speak to anybody inside of the dungeons. Who are you? Whose debt are you trying to pay off?"
A slave by the name of Ilya. I think I said that right. Who I believe is now dead, and her former master, or her daughter's former master, Usora Galenus. Galenus. I don't know how to pronounce half of these.
She takes out a ledger and starts, writing down and says, "I can certainly look into it for you. And could I get your name?"
That pause of oh shit.
I mean, it's standard alone.
Yeah, I know. It's a whole different thing right now. My name's Roman Drake.
All right, you're gonna see, she's writing, just casually going about her job of just as another day in the life, and then you say that, and she drops her ledger as it just kind of slips out of her hand. Looks at you for a minute, for a quick second, bends down and picks it up and says, "Of course, I'll look into it as soon as I can." And she's going to just kind of look at Kortos and then say, "Sodra can show you around to any other quarters that you might have questions about. He's been here for some years. I will take care of this as soon as I can." And she bows and begins stepping away.
Cortus just sits there, kind of with a stoic look on his face, like he has this entire time. Doesn't say a word. He just kind of nods.
Hi, I'm Taryn. So I bring Taryn along.
Ericus is staying behind to wait for. Oh my god, I can't. I don't want to butcher this. Oh god.
Zodra.
Zodra.
Yeah.
Waiting for Zodra, and I guess I would have seen that. And
I
well.
should put a fucking U in there.
Zodra.
Zodra. I'm just waiting for Zodra. I would see her walk away and just think that went quickly.
Fantastic. Thumbs up all around. High fives.
I mean,
Roman's gonna hear in his head from Taryn. Why do you keep... She knows who you are, at least.
Taryn, and I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't need this right now.
Cortus will raise an eyebrow. Need what?
I'm not even sure I can accurately explain it. It's complicated. Let's just say I know that woman.
But
and
you
we
don't.
have weird history.
Cortus just blinks at you.
So I'm Roman. Right? And you are? Extends hand.
He'll reach his hand out with a big gauntleted glove, and grab your hand and shake it, and say, "I am Cortus Nox."
So you do contract work? That's what this room is, right? The mercenary wing of the Nazarim.
Zodra returns, BT Dubs.
I
Found it. It was under a couple
fight with them and anyone else who opposes Olivia and her undead armies.
Yeah. Yep. I assume you heard my outburst about the weird things I've seen.
Yes.
Olivia was the undead sorceress. So.
You've seen her.
Yeah, twice.
So how quiet is Roman being about this?
I mean, like, I'm not shouting. I'm not whispering.
Alright, so just as far as things going on in the world, and you guys would be in a little bit of a know-how to this, to the major world leaders, because you guys are, and some of the people here in Nazran would know this too, because the Commander Kerastase would have been sent one of these. The Undying Empress Elizabeth, leader of the Darkened Veil, sent out a call calling for everybody to unify and make an army against Olivia, and that she's returned to the world. Most people have disregarded this as like, like, yeah, you're not gonna trick us with that one and, you know, get us over there just so you can kill us or something, and have just disregarded her call. But it is kind of like a rumor that has been circulating that Olivia is back. And as you guys, like, say that of, like, oh yeah, you know, we've seen her twice, all of these, like, different mercenaries in this room of, like, there's about at least 14 other people in this room of, like, really talented folks. Like, these aren't your everyday knights or soldiers. You're gonna see them kind of getting visibly uncomfortable, like, looking towards you guys, and then just ever so slowly, this little bubble of space is forming. Like, where people aren't getting up and walking away, but where people have been, like, moving about the room, doing things, going and grabbing this. As they get up and, like, maybe grab another drink or something, or finish sparring, they sit away from you guys. And you guys are just kind of repelling people.
Good.
Olivia's name holds a little bit of weight.
Right, come back. Like, God, what the hell happened here? What, did y'all fart or something?
Well, oh.
Okay, so I would be the person you would have run into since you came back, and I guess Sodra came back after everyone decided to, you know, step away from the people that fought the undead queen.
No, Sodra came back as Roman was, like, delivering that sentence. He witnessed that whole conversation. I'm just saying, as that conversation's taking place, nobody's, like, overtly interrupting you guys or anything, but just the atmosphere of the room is the tension's becoming palpable, you know? Like, people, like, you guys aren't being stealthy about your conversation. This organization fights the organization Olivia created, and you guys are saying Olivia's back, and you fought her. Like, you know, there's fear, there's respect, there's all of that just swirling through here. All of that said, you know, it's making people kind of uncomfortable.
Well, good thing they didn't know about her second encounter. It was just, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm leaving out the politeness.
Cortus actually looks excited when you say that.
But yeah,
Our friend here is cursed by her.
Excuse me?
Oh, Trelos.
Yeah, here's your book.
I'll take the book.
Someone
Urkus
please
takes-
take the book?
Mhm.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, Urkus takes the book.
I don't know why y'all want one of Effie's books, but...
Well, we were asked to get it because of, have you heard of the whole, gigantic ghost portal that opened up in Ardor?
Nah. Nope, this is news to me because, you know, I usually don't get informed about jack shit around here.
Yeah, there's
I
a...
say that, like, out loud looking at the camera.
like, oh yeah, there's a, something happened, gods fought, a ghost portal opened. Honestly, we've been dicking around, man. I don't know.
Yeah, like, we were there, like, a month ago. Is that accurate? A month ago? A month and a half?
Maybe?
I'd say a month,
Sodra kind of,
probably.
like, puts a
Well, the
finger up, like, oh, wait. What? Did you...
Because
did you
we
say
left?
gods? What? What?
Man, I don't know, honestly. Dila's been keeping us busy, so we've been hearing bits and pieces.
Yeah, we don't have the full story. All I know is that we're gonna go meet up with Effie, and that's why we need the book. Because I guess we're gonna try and fix it? Or take care of it.
Apparently she finds us reliable, so... Hey.
fix ghosts by sending them to the other side.
Yeah, presumably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a big hole in the sky, you know. It's a, you know, there's a gate. You gotta close it. You know, the question is how. You know.
Hopefully this book will help us.
You guys want to come with?
I was about to ask if I could.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
fun.
I can't guarantee you'll get paid. I know you guys are like mercenaries.
I don't care.
So
about that.
I mean, you'll get like, you know, we're pretty, you know.
I need all of the money.
Oh hi. Like we're pretty.
Human again.
We're a pretty, you know, we're a pretty sharing bunch, you know. So like, if we, you know, we loot some things, find any treasure, you know,
Ooh,
you'll obviously get a cut. But
I'll do this contract pro bono. Anything that gets passed my way, I'll be grateful for it. I won't draw up a contract for it.
Oh, okay.
Oridora can draw up a contract for you for free. That's literally her job.
Yeah, you want me to do that? I'll go get Oridora if you want me to. Like, so.
I might have to leave the room if you do that.
Roman, please don't. Roman, no. Roman,
If anyone's gonna do that, it's Kralos.
She's a wonderful person. I don't know if, like, maybe you got the wrong impression. She's pretty nice. She's the whole reason I'm in NAS around. I mean, it's
not. It don't. It's complicated. It's not her. It's me. But let's focus on the ghost portal.
Roman, we came here for 3 things.
And we've handled one of them?
We handled one, I say waving the book.
Well, yeah, we have to go get money together so we can pay the debts.
That's what we have the diamonds for.
I don't think we should give up the diamond.
So
we can always, well, I mean, we can always stop by the vault.
Make me a stealth check on that mentioning you have diamonds, BT Dubs.
God damn it.
Damn it. Damn it.
Why are you gonna talk about the diamonds? First you jinx us on the book.
good lord, okay.
Yes.
I failed you. Also, nice stealth check. I'm sorry I failed you.
It's gonna be a charisma stealth check. It is a stealth check, but it's using your charisma modifier. So I'm taking I'm taking 5 off of that for Urkus, and I'm taking
3 off of that for me.
3 off that for you. So so you're gonna mention, like, you know, we shouldn't have the diamonds.
Diamonds.
And
What diamonds?
Everybody's attention is going to kind of like turn back towards you, and 2 people are going to stand up and stand up and, you know, approach Roman, and one's, you know, just gonna extend his hand forward and says, the name's Draculis. I'm a mage by profession, an arcanist of the university. I trained there for a couple years. You're recruiting mercenaries?
He's also worthless.
And his name is too similar to mine.
I say that too. Like, I put a hand up, like, toward Roman and then be like, hey, he's...
Your patronage is appreciated, but no, we're... I've already stated that this is not really paid well work, and I know why you're here.
Woman behind him is gonna say, Lazuli. I'm a bounty hunter, but good at finding people if you need it.
We have a tracker, and I have very good eyes. Thank you, though.
They're going to walk away just kind of grumbling.
Shame.
They really perk up around here. It's a real competition for contract.
Yeah, I can tell. Anyways, pro tip, don't mention the the rocks.
Want to talk about, like, money, stuff like that? Talk to Oridora.
Yeah, let's wait for Oridora to come back and see what we can get. And
do you need her? Because I can call her real fast.
I mean, we already let her
Hold
know.
the door! Ordor!
I'm gonna use message and just kind of like point toward a door. I'd be like, hey, can you come here real fast back to the common room?
I mean, we already told her that about the life debts.
Yeah, as soon as you send that message, the door's going to, open, leading from deeper into the fortress back into this room. She steps in immediately and says, gathering her nerves and says, "This is Zodra. What is it that you needed?"
I think they want to talk to you about something? I don't know.
We already talked to her about the life debts.
Oh, was that it? Because your friend over there was making it seem like he had something else.
Oh, and we also... Would I give you the letter from Dila about our friend's sentence?
That's not what we were here for.
Yeah, with a tilted head, she kind of shakes her head, as she was spaced out and says, "Wait, who? What? I'm sorry, again?"
We have a letter from Rona asking for leniency.
She stops you and says, "I'm sorry, how old are you?"
I'm 27.
She says, "Go ahead. I apologize."
That's just... I like the dance here.
She's really trying to do her job.
Can I see that she's not looking more like she's inquisitive or anything like that on her face? Or is she like stone facing this right now?
She has kind of like in one arm she has, her ledgers, as it's her job to draw up any contracts for anybody in this room that would need her, any services, taking notes, being a scribe. But with her other hand, she has it placed on her stomach as, she's like, if maybe she's like kind of feeling queasy or something. It's very noticeable that she is shaken.
You got the shit? You got the runs or something over there? Like, what's going on?
Sodra, I believe most of our party knows what's going on.
Wait, y'all do? She's
might be
acting
best.
weird. What's wrong with you?
Don't worry about it, man. It's fine. I think. Looking at Roman.
I'm almost more like, can we not make this a scene?
Yeah.
It's already weird.
So,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
She's gonna roll an insight check and it's like,
I think we might take this to a different room.
Y'all could use my quarters if you need to, or I can maybe see if I can open up a conference room.
She's gonna say yes, that. Grabbing Roman's hands and marching off towards Zodra's quarters.
I've been forcibly split from the party! Tell my story!
She pulls out a dagger of venom and says, "I'm gonna do what I should have did 25 years ago."
This is why I got the belt!
So, going into Zodra's room, you would see there is a dog sitting in there. It's a Fey dog.
Sweet! Fey dog! That's way better than the other dogs we have.
Hey, the party has 2 minutes before she even gets to the room.
It's a Fey Mastiff.
Wow. Are you guys following, or am I just gone?
Hold on. I'll turn to Cortus, who's probably just standing there, and said, "Wait, so I think Roman was talking to you about joining us. You feel like it? He said doesn't really pay well, or probably not at all."
Will I get to send the undead back to whence they came?
That's our whole plan. Going to the ghost portal.
He'll reach out and clasp to your shoulder and kind of squeeze it a bit and say, "Count me in, little one."
Fantastic.
I love this man's voice so much in this character.
Alright, so we have two new guys.
Anthony, you're coming in really robotic for me.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Let me just... Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. What he had said is when, Cortus said the undead, Taryn was like, except for one, because she's a good friend of ours. And then after he says that, she went, we should probably follow Roman so he doesn't get killed.
I'm fine. I mean,
Or would
physically.
She wouldn't harm a fly. Well, that's a lie. I've seen her harm flies before. She wouldn't kill anybody for no reason. That's a bet. And
Honestly,
we should follow Roman.
yeah, Karen's right. We've gone through too much stuff to just.
I'll let y'all have y'all's privacy about it. Y'all go.
No interference.
Y'all can go into the room, but I'll stay outside.
Okay.
You know, for all intents and purposes, if you really wanted to give privacy, like, I don't think anybody else should be in the room. It's not
Well, I don't know.
a moment.
Well, here, you know what? I'll ask Ordor. Should anybody be
Ordor is gone.
No, well, I have message, and she can reply to
Spamming message.
It's a cantrip. I can. Reply to message telepathically.
What's the message?
I'm asking her. Should anybody else be in that room?
No.
Y'all too, or
No.
no?
Okay.
No.
Got it. Just a BTW. My dog is still in there, and it's my fine steed, so it can speak to me telepathically. I'm gonna have it relaying everything to me telepathically.
Okay. Alright, so, the rest of the party follows Roman, but doesn't go in the room, I assume?
Yeah, I'll stay outside.
Okay. They're a good distance in front of you. Roman and Oridora, she is going to pull you into this small dorm of a room. It is some sort of a priest's office that's been converted to, military quarters. As soon as she does, she closes the door, and she is going to be pacing back and forth and say, oh, oh my god, is that why those risen scribes were here asking me about this earlier this week?
Yeah, sorry about that.
She's going to wave a hand and say, it's taken care of. How's your father?
Good. That's great for honey up dragons.
This is just one after the other. That's dead.
You're gonna see her, she's had a hand on her stomach, but you're gonna see her just, clutch, her scribe's robes, of just, that one kind of hit her. And, she's gonna say, oh, God, and how did Krun do raising you?
What?
Oh, this is fantastic.
I love you, Brandon. Who? Come again?
She's gonna say it all started with Kelia. We set up that contract with Krun to get you out of the Tide Gate in case the Crusades ever broke out. He was supposed to take care of you. You're alive.
Krun Adaquan?
She's just gonna, I haven't spoken to either of them in 20-something years. Are they okay?
Krun Adaquan is a half-dead monster! I put him in a piece of iron and shoved him in a vault!
So, where you saw her, clutching her robe, she's going to just kind of sink down to the floor and says, my god, but you're still alive. You survived this Crusades, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm right here, aren't I?
And she's, hand in her head, and she's going to say, you understand why I couldn't be there for you. I had my ambitions, your dad and I. We each had our duties to serve, to make the world a better place.
Sodra in the back of his
Dad
mind,
spelled it out.
Did have her ambition.
Dad spelled it out for me. It doesn't mean I liked it.
And she's going to finally stand and say, well, last I wrote to Stradru, he said you were taking up sailing.
Yeah.
And she's going to say, at least, are you enjoying that?
Haven't been... When I get to do it, I haven't gotten to be on a boat in almost 3 months.
She's going to exhale and say, can I hug you?
Please?
Oridor is, gonna step forward, like, tentatively, put her arms around you and, say, this is likely the last time we should ever speak in this capacity.
I know.
And she's while she's holding you there, she's gonna say, Krun ran supplies for your father and I while we were deployed in the Tide Gate. Back then, they were both such good men. I'm sorry you've had the life you've had.
Honestly speaking, my life's been fine. It didn't really get bad until after Dad died. And honestly speaking, that was mostly because, what the hell was I supposed to do without him? And then Krun hired me to do some boating that got me an order. Next thing I know, I get kidnapped, thrown in a cellar, and then one thing after the other.
She's
I don't know. Sorry.
She's gonna pick up her ledger, waving it at you, and say, your friend and those 2 life debts, I'll get both of them taken care of. I'll do this right for you.
I mean, we can pay them.
She shakes her head and says, nonsense, let me make this up to you.
I mean, I'd appreciate it. The person we're doing this for is... Well, basically, she's the reason I wanted to find you.
So, she's, gonna tilt her head and say, you're seeing someone?
Not exactly. She's also dead.
I'm sorry to laugh at that. She does not laugh at that. She deflates completely. Like, oh my god, I get to have a meaningful relationship with my son. Oh.
I want you to know, Sodra legitimately at hearing that she's dead too would be like, God!
No, right? It's just like, oh, this is gonna be great. We can talk about this, and I might have Greg. Oh, fuck.
Like out loud, I yell, God, what the fuck?
She's going to continue and say, there's litigation. There's litigation surrounding, gosh, what's her name? Sarai's second term as Sky Queen. If they recall her, there could be another election as early as this year. The School of Honor is in the running to nominate a candidate, and I'm the right-hand woman of Commander Artitros, Commander. Sorry about that. Commander Kerastase. I could be in the running for Sky Queen. Once
it
I have
wouldn't exactly help to have your heretic shouldn't exist son running around.
and she is going to look at you with all of the disappointment in the world and say,
Oh.
heretic. Now you listen here. There's nothing wrong with believing in the Forgotten Song. It's a religion of duty and honor and service, and I think those are noble by Ilonagai's standards.
Damn, we're adoring you for Sky Queen.
Hashtag make a little guy great.
Make Gale song great again.
And she's well, yeah, and she's gonna say, if I do receive the position, it would be a 4-year term. And then after that, I'd seek you out. If you'd be willing to have a relationship.
I think I'd like that.
She's going to, smile. She's already picked up her ledger. Like, kind of go to hug you. Get a little bit, hesitant, and then just kind of put a hand on your shoulder, and turn and walk out the door.
So yeah, I'm just kind of,
Oh god, the whole party's outside the door.
Oh god. And they know everything because of that stupid dog!
Yeah. She walks outside the door, smiling, composed. Everybody's standing out there waiting, and shock again, hand to the stomach, and huh!
Somebody was mouth agape, just what?
Taryn's standing there with a big smile on her face and her hands clapped together.
And she's going to look at everybody and say, how much of that did you hear?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to point to my dog in the room, all of it.
You just gonna give him a look like, no, we want her to think we didn't hear anything.
No, I'm too stupid to think that. I have an intelligence of 8. What do you think?
I didn't know that, but hey.
Yeah, Oridora's, gonna look back at Roman and then to, the party and say, not a word to anybody. Could be removed from my station.
Don't worry.
I've kept him quiet this long.
I put my hand on Oridora's shoulder like, you sly dog.
They make your life. If they make your life miserable, I'll end theirs.
She's gonna put a hand over her ears and say, I'll take care of these life debts, and walk off as you start discussing murder.
Still mouth agape oh, Dora.
Okay, so I'll look to our 2 new additions. So, I believe.
So welcome to the team.
You're now in the.
No.
You are now part of this conspiracy. We don't say anything.
So we all. So real
Welcome
quick,
to the Group B philosophy for the greater good.
Hi, welcome to the team. First things first. Both
Shut
of
the
my
fuck up.
parents are dead. Say it with me. Both of my parents are dead.
I mean, that's true for me already, but I don't need to be reminded, thanks.
No, it's fine.
Same here. Thank you for pointing out that my parents are dead too.
Look, I was just referring. Are we all orphans? What's wrong with everyone?
Wait, I thought Dralos
You're
had
not-
one living
I'm
parent.
I'm a whisper. You're not just right there.
Okay, let's all just agree to not talk about this ever again.
Yeah. Jeez, I didn't realize I struck a nerve.
Taryn's just gonna walk up to Roman and give him a big hug.
I gotta
So
have a
happy
talk
for
with
you.
that. I'm gonna look at his room I gotta have a talk with that. You what?
Hey, you leave that woman alone.
She's a nice lady.
She is a nice lady. So, Roman, she said is she really gonna take care of it? Like, is it alright?
Apparently.
If she says she's going to take care of it, she's going to take care of it.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, well, I hope you're happy. I cashed in on 27 years of abandonment to get 2 life debts handled.
I mean,
That seems fair.
But by the way, Drelos, I did just look at your card. Both of your parents are dead. That's sad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
everyone's parents are dead.
You have your wolf dad?
No,
To be fair, Taryn has never said if her or Admir never said if his parents were alive or dead.
I know.
Don't worry, you've just been lumped in with the rest of us. Your parents are dead now.
Don't worry, they are.
Or they never existed. Who knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
God
least
damn it, why'd you
dead
have
to
to
the
do that
party.
rabbit hole?
Welcome to Group B. Here's the ritualistic knife. Please go kill your parents.
Please murder your parents at the door.
At least one. At least one.
Nope.
Oh, and poison Roman.
True.
I'm going to go ahead and cast poison on.
God.
It's like poison sprite. Ah! My eyes!
Okay, so that takes care of that. Yep.
We've got the Tales of the Sea Shield tome.
Yeah.
We have our 2 new friends.
We have that emotional issues out of the way. Both of them.
Yep. Look, they're
out
handled.
of the way. They're handled. I think we can go. Unless anybody has anything else they want to do in town. Looking at Sodra and Corcus.
I want to gamble.
Oh, wait a minute.
You don't want to gamble.
I don't think she actually took the letter. I think we still have to handle housing.
I mean,
Do we though?
Look, I'm of the mindset that this is a thing Tila wants to do.
okay.
It's up to everybody else involved. We're just the messengers. They don't pass
Right.
judgment. Judgment
Okay.
for Renolta passes judgment. That's how that works.
She is new boss lady now, so.
What was the other one done?
I guess I'll look at Zodra. Zodra.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh,
Okay, Zodra and Cortus. It says Corcus. Cortus, and say, so you guys are working for Dila now. Dila and Rona.
Exactly.
we've got this
Cortus.
down.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not, well, yeah, both Cortus and, Zodra. It would, if you guys if you hear, and that's for KG, and then, I'll explain what I'm saying. If you hear anything you don't, recognize in the world, or any names, or anything that, like, I name drop, and you want to know more about it, you can just ask me, like, hey, Brandon, can I roll a history check on that? So, Adila is a huge name inside of the world of Ilderon. For Zodra, it would be a DC 6 history check if you've ever heard anything that she's done.
Oh, well, so...
Just like, you work for Dila
Yeah, I know
right
her.
now. Like, who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know a lot.
Yeah, I know her. Being who my family's from, I know her, apparently.
Would you like me to describe some of her feats to you, or?
You go ahead and do it however you feel.
So
she's your new mom now.
Zodra is going to know. Dila is a very, very powerful high elf who has abandoned her culture to lead humanity. She has been present with humanity at the front of many wars, guiding them, and she has set up the Maphis University inside of the country of Ililnagai as a neutral diplomatic location where all people around the world are welcome to come and learn. One of the things that she is significant for is she is one of the first people to start recording history. The earliest records of history on Cedal, of written records, start with her journals dating at the beginning of what she calls the waking period. Her traveling to Cedal to meet the humans that had been spawning out of the earth fire.
So wait, y'all mean the dealer?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we are working with Effie, so...
Hey, y'all aren't paid?
Well, we got paid the last time we helped.
Which was rescuing her?
I mean, she pays us when we do some other stuff, so presumably we're gonna get paid. I just...
Maybe we want to bring that up sometime in the future with her.
She's very mercurial. You know?
Good use of the word. It's a good quarter word.
You know, you gotta really, like... You just gotta go with the flow. You know, you get rewarded, you do things, you know? But...
I'm guessing she's old enough then for me to actually know who she is.
Yes.
Yes.
She was around for the kayak wars, actually.
Y'all have said already like a bunch of weird shit, and it just keeps getting weirder the more y'all talk. So like,
yeah, that's why like I didn't. I don't think you're crazy. Have you?
We're just gonna like.
We've been through some stuff. I found out that my godfather tried to set me on fire today. So.
That's natural.
And
that was... bear was on fire. But don't worry, it wasn't a flaming bear. I'm sure it had a wife and kids.
Okay, we're just gonna. It's a lot to take in just less than an hour. Okay, like a lot of information has been chucked at me in less than an hour, and my head is trying to keep up.
For the time being, follow us. Good things will happen after some bad shit happens.
It's always darkest before the dawn.
Sounds about like my average job, I guess.
Alright, you'll be in familiar territory.
The less you try and understand, and the more you let life reveal itself to you, the fewer headaches you have.
Yeah.
No, I get headaches pretty often, but that's a whole different reason.
So, what's the point of this book?
To read.
That's something you have to ask Effie.
Zodra would know that book is Effie. Is Effie? She wrote it when she came and interviewed you about your experience in the plane you claimed you came from.
Oh, it's my story.
Yes, it is specifically about you traveling back to this plane. The city that you were living in on the other side, there is a giant. It's basically in a huge bubble of water. The water rises around the city in a sphere, forming a complete sphere around the city. That's why she titled it Escape. I forgot the name. It was
Tales of the Sea Shield.
Sea Shield. Yeah, it was like escaping the Sea Shield or something about the Sea Shield. But yeah, that was it.
Sea Shield, by the.
You know, all of that is in there because she was just interviewing you and writing it. You also know she didn't seem too enthused while she was here. It was like she was mostly just doing this as a why are words escaping me?
Yeah, I've been having that trouble,
words are hard today.
Yeah. More as a just task she had to do, rather than something that really interested her.
It's like, that's the tales. Me coming home from a different plane.
Oh.
Oh. Right.
So it's really good that we're bringing you with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the source.
Yeah.
Go get the book. Oh, we'll bring the guy too.
Maybe you get bonus points for bringing me. Who knows? Either that or she just doesn't want to see me. One of the two. I don't know. We'll find out.
Effie's
or you just get taken away in a dungeon somewhere and studied.
That's already happened when I first got here. I doubt it's going to happen a second time.
Cool.
Right.
Ugh, now we have to travel.
Oh no! Didn't Dralos wanted to go gamble? Lose all his money.
I do.
Get more. I don't know.
I kind of enjoy gambling. I'd like to do a couple of rolls, Brandon.
You want to gamble with soldiers? I mean, they'd be super down for it.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
So while he's gambling, I'll flip through the book.
Okay. You are you're reading through Zodra's tale. It is.
It's more to see, like, all right. So how did Effie write this?
Yeah, you can see. Go ahead and roll me a intelligence check, just to read it. As far as Dralos, looking for people to gamble with, you know, it's even just calling out around here with the contractors. You're going to be able to gather, if you gamble with the contractors, you'd probably make a little bit more money than gambling with the common soldiers.
Yeah, contractors sound great. They have a little bit more money to play with.
The soldiers don't get paid well. That's why they're always angry.
Taryn follows Dralos because she's never gambled me.
Druckless joins your table.
Druckless.
And
so does wanted to join us, and we said no.
Yes. So
okay.
As you're like setting up to gamble, you know, most people are pulling out stacks of like 30, 40 coins, all in, you know, silver or gold fashion. When Druckless sits down at the table, he's going to say, how about we raise the stakes of something a little bit more interesting? He puts a large gemstone on the table and his spellbook, and he says, "Let's gamble for one of those diamonds that you have on you."
Well, I actually, funny enough, have different diamonds than the rest of you.
You have diamonds?
Things that you keep finding out.
Did you get those diamonds with your...
I have two gems, yeah.
Did you get them with your starting points? Because otherwise I've only given out those 3 diamonds. Okay. Alright. And he's gonna sit down and gamble with you. Does God, and when the stakes get risen this high, raised this high, the other people you've gathered at your table are going to step away. Lazuli is going to stay there, and let's see what she even has to gamble. She's going to put a dagger on the table. It seems very well crafted.
That is intriguing.
And he's going to say 2 hands.
2 hands? Oh, I was planning on dice originally because I have a dice set and I'm quite proficient. But we can do some cards.
Lazuli is going to say, "I prefer games of the mind with dragon chess." Druckus is going to shake his head and say, "No, cards."
I want to inspect the cards first.
Okay. Did Taryn want to join in here?
Yeah, she's just gonna pull out her mysterious key and 100 gold because that's pretty much all she has. Not realizing how much the stakes are right in front of her.
Yeah.
I hope one of us wins. I hope one of us wins right here.
Looking
Admir.
Yeah, looking at Taryn's ante, Lazuli's gonna shake her head and say, "No, everybody's anteed up something at least worth 500."
By the way, each of my gems are worth 120 each, so I'll put 300 gold on the table as well.
Oh, no, if it's a diamond, it's the lowest diamond that I've given out is the 500 one.
Oh, shit. I was sitting on more money than I thought I was.
No, if these gemstones are gems that you've gotten in the campaign, they are not diamonds.
Yeah, because I had notes saying worth 120 each.
Yeah, I was saying if you had the option to buy diamonds with your starting gear, if you bought diamonds with your starting gear, you could gamble those away.
When did I pick up gems? I know I got gems.
We got gems from the warehouse.
Yeah. Those gems were not diamonds. Those were just, condensed currency. However, your party does have 3 diamonds on them.
I'm not gambling an actual diamond.
You could gamble away their diamond.
Do it.
That's the stakes that everybody has set down here for.
You'd have to rest him from Roman cold dead hand.
Do it.
I will
do it.
fight all of you.
I'll do it.
All right.
At worst, I pay the party for the diamond I sold.
So roll me an investigation check, looking over the cards. Does Taryn up her ante?
Wait, are we hearing this? Am I here for this?
I mean, you guys see Dralos organizing a gambling table, and the stakes are gotten high enough to cause other people to walk away.
I think they would just stand over each other's shoulder.
What? Why are you asking me if you hear something as Roman? Yes! Am I hearing this with my 24 passive perception? There's a disturbance in the force. Of course you hear it.
Did the fly just spark? What?
Yeah, but it's like, what are you doing?
Taryn will look at her and say, the only other thing I have really of value is my pet. Outside, anyway.
I'm going to be a bastard to these guys. I'm going to cast Bless before this game starts.
Okay, are you just blessing Taryn and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just them two.
So yeah, she's going to put up for stakes her Darkened Veil Lion.
Okay.
Damn. My kitty stays in my bag.
So, Dralos is going to know that he's going to inspect these cards, and everything on them is fine, except for 3 cards have a... he notices 3 cards have a arcane aura coming off of them. He can't initially discern it. You just notice that 3 cards are enchanted. And I have to look up the exact name of it. You can initially discern it. But you do see 3 of them are enchanted. And Druckless is going to gesture for the cards and say, see, everything's in order. The cards...
I stop them there and say they are not okay.
The cards are a full set. There are no duplicates or anything of any missing cards.
I don't trust this deck. I think we should have Dralos believe that we need a impartial deck of cards that we all agree on. This is a lot of money on this table.
And he's going to go on and say, alright, does anyone have another deck of cards? And I'm going to roll
my deck of cards at him, like, there.
Do you have a deck of cards?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Oof, okay. Alright, so he's going to put his cards aside. And, alright, and yeah.
I'm razor focused on this nonsense.
Yeah.
If he's gonna pull any shenanigans, I'm gonna see it.
I'm just here reading this book.
You gotta have, as a contractor, you have to have something to pass the time when there's no contracts going on. Everybody here has a deck of cards.
Alright. He is going to take the cards and start dealing them out to everybody. Go ahead and roll me a Roll me a
I want to keep an eye on making sure he
skill
isn't
check.
doing any sleight of hand.
With the cards, you can use whatever skill you want to roll them. For Draelos, roll it as a perception check. Watching him. That's how you're playing this game. And you can add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with playing cards to it.
I want you to know that you have...
So what are we rolling, Brandon? I'm sorry.
You are playing this game against the two other people at the table. You can choose to play it however you'd like. If you want to use intelligence for trying to count the cards, dexterity for, possibly sliding any of the cards, wisdom, just flat out playing the game. Draelos was watching somebody else intently, so his main focus, while playing was making sure this other guy wasn't cheating.
Can I just do charisma as just kind of haphazardly going off of luck?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'm also going to use Tides of Chaos to give me advantage.
You have Bless, BTW.
Yeah, both of you do have bless.
I'm gonna put the bless on my perception. I hope that he's doing bad. All of my rolls?
Yeah, you can just
do
Alright, so...
You can drop it on that 13 as well. 2 2s.
Alright, so...
2-2.
Terran rolls a...
22.
Rolls a 22. Draelos loses this hand, beaten by Lazuli, who also loses this hand, as Terran beats them.
Nice.
Druckless reveals his hand, and he is going to beat everybody. Roman is going to notice one of the cards in his hand doesn't quite match the wear and tear of the set. However, he did not notice any slippery shenanigans from Druckless. Druckless has won this hand. And he's gonna say, now of course it wouldn't be fair if I didn't give you the chance to win your goods back. Venice's second hand.
Let me, can I see that winning hand there you used, buddy?
Druckless is going to offer you the cards. As he does, Roman is going to catch just ever so slightly on a 21. Like, he's gonna see one of the cards that was in the set just like kind of sitting on the chair, like as Druckless like leans forward and hands him the cards.
Oh, so now I caught the sleight of hand?
Yeah, you
now you see where the cards were that he's using.
But yeah, so I mean, I saw, so like what, as he goes, do I see the card on the ground that he swapped out, or did I see him swap it back in?
You see the card that he swapped out.
So it's on the ground?
No, it's on his chair.
Oh.
He was sitting on it.
So as I like lean in to look, I'm gonna reach down and grab the card the card I see.
He didn't put that there. He's gonna, yeah, he's gonna say, Lazuli, you framed me! She's gonna say, what? And he's going to grab the things on the table, pointing to Draelos, and say, I will not sit and play with swindlers. This is an outrage. This is Nazram. You people are supposed to have duty and honor.
I will.
You are not leaving with my stuff.
What part of duty and honor do you follow, dumbass?
Nice.
Is it bad? I was going to do the same thing.
Not at all. I'm proud of you. You'll fit well in Group B.
Yeah, Lazli is going to say, I want my stuff back.
Brandon, I'm casting Hold Person on him, by the way.
Just outright in the middle of the common room. Alright, as you do, he is going to counterspell. And that takes his reaction. I'm going to say...
I was going to do it too, but he already did it, so it would might go off too.
Yeah, he will have to roll against yours.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me initiative as you guys like start attacking him. Everybody's going to kind of notice like this brawl, or rather, like the spell sling go off, and people are going to, kind of like come in and join in. You know what? We'll do this as cinematic combat because I don't want to deal with all of this initiative. What's the DC for your hold person?
16.
I'm just here reading this book and I see all this noise.
I am moving back to Urkus.
16. Okay, he is going to fail that check, falling over limp. Lazuli is going to start patting him down, and I guess we will go in initiative order for everybody to join in. Alright, so she is going to have a 16 on initiative. Dralos beat her. Dralos gets to act first in this initiative round.
Alright. First, I'm going to grab the diamond that is rightfully ours.
Whoa, the diamond wasn't on the table.
The gem.
What all is on the table other than the dagger?
The dagger, his spellbook, a red gemstone.
A key, if I remember correct.
The key, the 100 gold,
My key and 100 gold.
Also, apparently, the contract to Terran's mount.
Alright, I am going to, rather than yank at each individual thing, I'm going to pull everything out and push it in the direction of the people whose stuff it was. And I am going to offer a fair gambling chance to people standing still there. Trying to cool this down. My goal was to gamble, not to kill somebody.
Lazuli is going to pat him down, taking his coin purse. And she's gonna say, no, I'm not taking that chance a second time. It's a... Oh god, I didn't roll his initiative. Alright, so 15, it's Zodra's turn.
I'm just kind of holding this spell and just kind of being like, why'd you try to take everything, though? Like, I know you, like, are over here trying to spout, like, honor or code. You just try... Fucking... What the fuck is... What are you doing? Code and honor do you fucking follow, Mr. Moneybags over here?
Wait, you're asking Lazuli that?
No, the
okay.
fucking... paralyzed.
Yeah, say he's paralyzed. He can't respond.
I forget that. I just don't forget. What the fuck code do you follow?
It's a diamond. The power of life and death can be channeled through this item. For a mercenary, that's huge.
It's not a diamond, though.
It's not a diamond, though. It was a gem.
No, but the agreement was for a diamond. But, alright, so for, moving on down the, list, at 9, it's going to be, Lazuli, or not Lazuli, Druckless. He's going to, break the, hold person.
I'm at 12.
Oh, you're at 12? Okay, I didn't see that. You moved before him.
I position myself behind him and clasp him with both shoulders.
Alright, he is paralyzed. You're able to do so easily. At the end of his turn, he breaks the hold person. It is Admir or Terran's turn at 8.
Well, you actually had it right, because still looking like Terran, everyone's going to hear the voice change. I really don't like it when people try to swindle me.
That's gonna confuse so many people.
I know.
Especially our 2 new guys.
Well, introducing Tyler Durden.
If you walk away, we'll let you keep your things. Is that understood?
Druckless is gonna nod.
I'm tempted to stab him.
And Admir is going to go over and start grabbing all of his stuff off the ground.
It is on the bottom of the round. It's Roman Drake at a 6, and then everybody else in the room moving after you.
I think we're done here.
That's funny because everybody else gets up and starts chanting, "Fight! Fight! 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 Fight!"
Roman will put on one of his right-handed knuckle and just be like, "We're done. If you behave. If you don't, I'm gonna sock you."
I'm just gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna ready an action if he tries something. I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah.
I'm taking my full attack action.
Druckless is, like, top of the round. If you guys are moving out of initiative order, he's just going to be done. He's going to grab his stuff. Lancelot's going to keep his coin purse. He's got no honor. As this is simmering down, the door is going to fly open as... a group of soldiers step into the room. They call out... Let us see. They call out, "Attention! The dragon's coming!" Commander... the dragon's coming.
This fuck.
Commander Aristos steps into the room, seeing everybody. Everybody's going to quiet down, and he's going to call out to everybody. Let's switch music. There we go. And he's going to say, "Soldiers, we're all here fighting under a common banner. What's the ruckus going on?"
Nothing's going on. Go back to your room. People getting a little rowdy. God, they have no fun here.
This man is going to look at Sodra and say, "Apparently, you're not aware of the situation we're in. We're barely keeping peace in the inner sea.
See, like
All of this, everything that Nazram is trying to achieve." Is at the risk of falling down. And I think for just a few more months, we can all get along inside this fortress until we have things back under control.
we are getting along. You're the one insinuating we're not.
Oh.
A little bit of a...
Druckless is going to say, "They attacked me, assuming that I cheated at a game of cards."
No, you got caught cheating at a game of cards. There was no assumption about it.
And no repercussions came to you from your cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You kept your stuff.
We resolved this issue.
That's all it was. You go back to your post.
The commander is going to say... was Roman about to say something?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, the commander is gonna say gambling in the contracted quarters is officially band. If you want to do it, go to the common room with the rest of the soldiers. You have a bone to pick with somebody, settle it with your fellow spearmen. He looks at the group and says, "Are you the lot from the university I heard were coming today?"
Yeah, that would be us.
He's going to gesture outside of the room and says a word.
Of course.
Alright.
I follow them.
I'll go ahead and pack the book up.
As Admir finishes putting his stuff or picking up his stuff, he's gonna tip his hat and change back into his normal form.
Which is his normal form? That's the real question.
Yeah, really.
God. He's, you know what? I mean, he's seen weirder. As you step in the hallway, he's going to be leading you up a... Or, actually, before he steps out of the room, he's gonna turn around to the contractors and say, "Have some respect for the temple you reside in." Steps into the hallway. His soldiers follow him, and he says, "Go fetch Oradora."
Son
One
of a bitch.
nods and is gonna head off. She's his right-hand woman.
Right? I mean, why wouldn't he fetch her?
Sorry, Roman, we got your mom in trouble.
We don't know that.
He has no idea that this is his son. Does Admir say that?
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. All right.
that was completely out of character.
So he's going to begin, climbing the tower leading to his war room. And it's going to be a similar affair that you guys have seen back when you were in Sky's Reach, when you stepped into Dila's office. There's going to be this long, dark oaken table and map of Illuminagai spread across it, another map of Ilderon, pins all over it. In the room is going to be a wealth of figures of people you recognize and you don't recognize. Those of you that are from this region are going to... those of you that are from this region or that have been... there it is. Why is that not showing up? You guys are going to recognize Supreme Light Bailson as he's sitting in this room. And Commander Aristos is going to, gesture for you guys to take, to stand on the other side of the table. And he's going to say, "I'm sure you're all aware of our situation here in Nazaram. Arter Sarai has recalled all of their troops from within our ranks. There is a void of swords. We've had to depend on contractors more and more lately to fill that void. Mercenaries, they don't come with the discipline needed to properly address the threats that we have to contain."
I mean, that's kind of rude. I'm standing right here. I think I contain threats pretty often, pretty regularly. Not much of it in this app.
And he's going to continue on and say, "I know this is a lot to ask, but if you have the headmistress's ear at the university, I don't think we need to focus any of our efforts on Arter. Whatever arcanist she can spare, we can definitely use inside of our ranks at this time."
We will bring that up to her. See her.
Would you like to write a message?
Speaking of which,
Make it clear.
hustling into the room, scribe's ledger and inkwells in hand, Oradora is breathing heavily. And he's going to gesture to Oradora and says, "I want them equipped with the message for Dila Winrona." And she's going to say, "Why don't we just send one on the rookery? He's going to say, no, I needed to carry a certain personal weight to it. She nods. And he's going to look to you guys and says, is there anything specific that you can recommend that might catch her attention?
She has a soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
And he's going to consider and say, he's going to address a letter to Oradora, pleading for the help of at least 500 Arcanists from the university, making an impassioned plea about the different families that live inside of the Tide Gate. And, this is like a 2-minute... God, that's loud.
I know, that got real loud real fast, didn't it?
It's like a 2-minute affair.
I usually last more than 2 minutes, but I'm pumped.
There we go. We'll go back to this, because I don't know why that was so loud. Anyways, it's like a 2-minute affair, making this letter, before, finally, Baleson, speaks up and says, Supreme Light Lyra is in charge of 2 armies now. We should be, going to her, for help. Eratos is going to say, I don't want to bind Nazaram any more in her favor than we have to. It's practically handing that woman the world. Baleson's going to say...
You could talk with Jim Pari.
No.
Get some help. Jim Prius.
No. Why would we ever do that?
The cultural ambassador?
It's not
cultural ambassador for Rion?
Yes.
It's not a friendly face.
He's going to say, Rion wouldn't contribute a single finger to protect the rest of the world. The Archblight can't attack Yurian. Our struggles are our own.
We can definitely get that message to Dila.
Yep.
Oradora hands you the letter. The whole time, just kind of making you, just kind of looking longingly at Roman, just with getting
My
caught.
son's the coolest.
Yeah, getting caught half in a daydream, half oh, do your job.
Oh, yeah, people won't misunderstand that completely.
It could be taken as she's just attracted.
I'm only at 12, though.
Maybe you're her type.
Unless I get a +1 with my beard.
For ruggedness.
What happened? Sorry, I zoned out there.
Oradora gave you guys Commander Eratos's letter.
Do I still have this stupid leniency letter?
For how's it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Who would I give that to? I feel like the person I need to give that to is in this room.
Yeah, I mean, you can give it to Commander Eratos is in charge of this fortress.
But is he in charge of the jail? Because we have the Nazaram leader, and then we have the Supreme Light.
Either or would work, because the major dungeons are inside of the first pillar for NAS and Dale.
Yeah, so I will extract that from wherever I have it, and just be like, I hate to impose, but it's not every day I get these kind of audiences. Dila, when Rona asked us to deliver this message asking for leniency for one Hauzik Niven and his crimes.
She's who do you hand it to?
That's a good question.
Yeah, Or's right in front of you.
Yeah. Kerastase is going to take the letter, skim it, like reading through it, and say, in Arcanist, barred right in our own cells. He hands the letter to Bailson. Bailson reads over it and says, I'll reconsider his sentence if he's allowed to serve within Nazaram's ranks for a year's time.
That should work.
He's,
no negotiation, just like, yeah, sure. Alright, how's it? Gets conscripted.
Yay!
He's not here to argue it.
He gets, and then circumstances require him to join our party again.
No.
No, he went to jail to see his dad. Now he's getting out of jail to fight a war.
I like it's like he went to jail to see his dad. I saw my mom to get him out.
Alright, with that, Kerastase will say, if you could put that letter in Dila's hands and let her know how dire the situation is, I'll be in your favor.
We will.
Yeah, you guys are free to go. That's
Okay.
all the business you had here.
Yeah, we did the gambling. that ended with a 0.
Gamble. Try to gamble.
Yeah, that ended with a 0.
I just want to say, Taryn won that.
You do. You now own Draelos. Congratulations.
No. I do what I want.
Congratulations. You now own 1 diamond. I will be keeping a hold of it. Thank you.
Now, Eric, I don't think you remember all of the factions Draelos is a part of. We'll have to have a talk after this session. Draelos can't do exactly what he wants. He's beholden to people.
I'm only maybe. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
Anyways, boys. I guess
like
it's off
time to hit the Dusty Trail.
Words are escaping me because I don't remember where Maphis is.
Sky's Reach.
I think it's off the Sky's Reach.
Yep. Drop this off to
Then-
Dila, meet up with Effie, and then take care of sending the ghosts back.
Just
So-
another day in the life.
Did Joe walk here? Did Joe take a wagon?
Oh, actually, wait. That's a good point. Before we leave, can we use the teleportation circle to get back to the university?
The court mage, or rather, the mage of the first pillar. Okay, so he's going to. He is going to be knowledgeable about magic, and he's going to say, "Well, if you have your university sigil, why don't you just teleport back to your university? You don't need our sigil to do so."
None of us have that ability.
Yeah, we lost our guy that does that.
And he's going to nod and say, "You're asking for me to spare one of my mage's time and resources to send you back to the university. I'll do it as a show of good faith."
The faster we get back, the faster you can get help.
Yeah.
This is in your own best interest.
He said he'll do it as a show of good faith.
We much
Oh.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Well, wait, before we go, I need to go grab my things, because, I actually live here, so I need to actually get stuff. I'll be
Okay.
back!
Cordis, do you need
I'm t-
Cordis, do you need anything?
I have my things.
Cool.
I need to get my lion.
I
I
run.
don't
lost
need
your wallet.
to get anywhere. Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, so
Drelos is gonna hear in his head, "Don't talk about the thing in your bag in front of people of high authority."
oh no, he's talking about Savannah.
Yeah. Savannah was left behind. Presumed dead now.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
So, run to my room, grab my things, grab my dog. I actually put on my armor now and grab my shield because I haven't had it on this whole time.
All
You
right.
don't have too much stuff.
So, and remember how I said we have to talk about some things for Drelos?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about those right now. You're led to the diviner for the first pillar. It is a woman by the name of Coat. Drelos recognizes her. Drelos, you are aware this woman is a member of the Silver Sigil, as you too are a member of the Silver Sigil.
Yo,
Specifically,
okay.
she
Oh, that is
is
surprising.
a much higher rank than you. Significantly higher rank. You've seen her in
What is
meetings
up with
before.
these diviners and being high-ranking? Is she the Silver Senator of NAS and Dale?
She gonna order?
She-
Order 66.
Her hair is positively frazzled in every direction, and when you're led here, like the soldiers leading you, you know there are 4 people in front of her as she is like brewing a potion with one hand, pointing at things and commanding people in this room with the other hand, and her personal risen scribe behind her, talking to her and taking notes and having a conversation. And she is being pulled in all 10 different directions. You guys wait in line, just kind of shuffling through as she helps like the 2 people in front of you. When you get to her, she's going to say, Eratas's personal guards. I never like this. They're going to be asking me to do something that they don't know magic is even capable of. Alright, what is it?
Is she talking to us? Is this
Yes.
where we chime in?
Yes, she is
We need a
talking to you.
teleportation circle to the Maphis University.
Oh, a teleportation circle to the Maphis University. Hasn't anybody taught you how to do it yourself? And
If
she's
we could,
going
we
to
wouldn't
look
bother
in
you.
at Drelos, who she knows is stationed at
Hey.
the Maphis University, and say, on all this time, you haven't even picked up a spell book yet. Alright, give me a minute to finish this. Actually, no, she can cast Unseen Servant and have it do it for her. The only thing is, does that have a range requirement?
In my retort, I'm going to say that I found more passion in poison. Maybe she'll have
That's a My
potion.
Chemical Romance song.
Yeah, so she's going to have cast an Unseen Servant. The potion is going to continue stirring, mixing, and measuring itself as she steps away. She comes back about 2 minutes later with a bag and a spellbook, and she is going to lead you guys to a far corner of her office and start drawing out a 10-foot sigil. And she's going to say, "Are you aware of your university's teleportation sigil?"
Come again? You broke up.
Are you aware of your university's teleportation sigil?
Oh, it was used. We all visited it. We're aware of what it was.
It was used. I'm asking this for a specific purpose. Do you guys try and draw for her the teleportation sigil?
Oh,
Oh, we do know that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we've seen it drawn.
Can I try?
Yeah, you can just roll me a performance check to scribble it.
Performance?
Yeah, it wouldn't be any harder than like DC 8, as it is a massive thing that you guys have seen. You are going to, draw the teleportation circle for her, like on just like a sheet of parchment with a piece of charcoal, and she is going to repeat it. After a minute, she has this whole thing drawn, and yeah, she's just going to open the portal and say, "I won't be following you through."
Alright.
That's fine. Thank you very much. Hustle, 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 hustle.
Don't know why you would, but okay.
Wait up! Wait for me! Wait for me!
I'll see you around.
Admir rides in on this lion.
Me and the dog are like running up the stairs. Like, wait for me! Wait for me! Wait for me!
Alright, everybody is able to go through this thing within 6 seconds. Kortas, at the final moment, turns around, puts 2 hands on Roman, and says, "Everything I do for honor." But no, I'm kidding. Anyways, you guys are teleported. You know a second, Roman specifically knows a second sigil at the university.
I do know a second.
Yeah. Effie's. Yeah. Well, I didn't see it, but Roman's specialized. But we don't want to teleport into Effie's room because we don't know what she's doing there right now.
Right, we all come barreling in. Oh, hi, Effie. Hi, Lyra. Well.
Alright, you all are at the university, a familiar sight for most people in this party. I've got notes on this place. You come into the, what is this big place that you're in?
I have an atrium, right?
Yeah, it's called the Bailson Sanctum, and you guys just got done talking to Bailson Rudnick.
Yeah, Bailson.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Cortez sniffs the air and mutters, "Still smells like tinder."
Yeah, and this is a huge, library common room that you're in. The sigil itself, while most places it's 10 feet wide, this sigil is a 40-foot diameter, and there are Calkin members stationed in here watching for anybody coming through the sigil. There are different scholars on different floors of this open auditorium-like room, going about their business. But yeah, you are all back inside of the university. Where do you want to head?
To Dila's?
Yeah.
Alright. Up the Heroes Tower. Oh my god. Okay. And this is a new group on the 8th in their own little region of the world. So by the time that you guys get here, it would be the late afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky, a beautiful sunset over Sky's Reach. And you guys are going to head towards the Heroes Tower. Noticing once again, most of the rooms inside the Heroes Tower are dark. If you give me 1 second, I've been sipping water all night, and I'm about to be super unprofessional. Might be the first time ever in a campaign I had to do this. I'll be right back.
Sometimes when Brandon builds up as we enter somewhere, I just feel like I need to do a perception check to make sure that there wasn't some crazy coup and it's like a Fire Nation and, invasion.
Look, you don't ever have to do anything, buddy. With my eyes around, if it happened, we saw it.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Roman's gonna see everything, and unlike oh my god,
just like
he'll say stuff.
We had to pull so many teeth with Jessica.
I miss Jessica.
Me too.
I think Eric is just afraid that he's gonna appear and Olivia's gonna be around the corner.
I still, I was thinking that, like, y'all were getting in the teleportation situation as I was running up the stairs. Like, wait for me, wait for me. Y'all just
I mean, you would have already been there by the time we were waiting. We were waiting in line.
We're not rude. We know how long it takes.
I thought it would have been hilarious. Suddenly y'all are leaving. I'm like, fuck, I'm not there. I'm not there. God
like,
damn it.
3 months
We
later,
got
you
his
show
fuck
up.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you go away.
Good job.
Okay, my bad. Good job for peeing. Do I get a gold star on my chart?
Yeah.
You just got an
did.
extra 100 experience.
I did the pee-pees and the potties.
Yay!
You didn't pee all over the toilet seat. Good job.
I like the pause. Like, oh.
It's like,
I wasn't supposed to do that.
Well, now that he has a place to himself, he can if he wants to. He's just trying to be the person that gets the piss all over his ass. But
hey, I'm
Yeah.
allowed to do that.
The conversation is going to a very weird place.
it really has.
I'm looking for one character sheet. And
Oh, man.
Do it.
It's been a week and a half.
I
Is there
know,
a new-
right?
Is there a new fixture in Dila's office?
There is definitely a new fixture in Dila's office.
Besides a Pallery.
Oh god. You'll notice on your left a statue of Papellery, and at the center of the room, it's Olivia behind a desk.
Oh no.
Haha!
Oh, no.
There we go. Alright, so, stepping into
Ah!
Dila's office.
I like him.
You guys are going to see two terrifying figures.
Yeah. Well,
Step-
it's the first one.
Yeah, standing over her desk in dark robes. Dila is sitting down, hands on, fingers on the bridge of her nose, considering what they're saying. You guys recognize the first person as a member of the Agram Guard. The second person, her name's on the sheet, so second person's not immediately available to everybody as far as knowledge goes. Dila is going to stand up as you all return into the room, and she's going to be excited that you're back, and say, none of this talk of war, around my companions. You're back from NAS and Dale. Was your adventure a success? I didn't expect to see you so soon.
We were able to get a teleportation circle.
Do you want us to come back later?
Also, you just sent us to NAS and Dale. It's kind of hard to ignore the war.
And she's gonna nod and say, no, I'll see you now. And she looks at Tobias and says, Tobias, Sona, tell Elizabeth I have nobody I can spare now. I apologize, but it seems we're all being pulled in these trying times. The two members of the Agram Guard nod and begin stepping out of the office.
Well, this is a bad time to bring this up, but we have a message.
Produce this letter from...
I low key like Brandon. We know that I guess Jessica is safe, more or less.
Yeah,
And
you
we-
guys
we
cried
just-
on her with the mirror.
Yeah, and we assume she's with Elizabeth now.
Yes.
I wanted to yell out, "Hey, how's Jessica doing?"
You asked them that? Sona is going to turn towards you and say, because reasons. Give me 1 second. Why do I have this labeled as Terai? Nope, that's not it. The title.
Just like Veda Silhart,
No.
the redeemed, destroyer of worlds.
Redeemed again.
The re-redeem.
Deathbringer, Jessica. Vita, the redeemed.
The unredeemed and the re-redeemed.
Eater of ice cream.
And souls.
Here we go.
Of,
She's going to say, the Delarifier has me teaching her to come to terms with her condition, just as she taught me. She's taking to her new position in the world rather well.
Oh, I hope that's a good thing. If you wouldn't mind passing on a message to her, tell her that Irkus and Roman and the rest of our group are doing well, and we hope the best for her in the future. And we hope to see her again someday.
She nods and says, but there is a darkness within her that I don't think I'll be able to quell. It's a test from our Empress put upon me. But I will relay your message.
Thank you.
Sona continues leaving.
as soon as they're gone, I'm going to be like, so is that guy wearing a mask or is that his face?
No, no!
Also, who is that?
Dila is going to gesture to the people towards the door and say, members of the Agram Guard from the Undying Empress's court.
Do I know who that is? I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah, history check on the Undying Empress, DC 12.
I don't need to roll that, right?
Oh, yeah, you don't need to roll that. She's partially responsible for destroying your homeland. Elizabeth, she was a member of the Archblight for a good couple hundred years. In the most critical moments where the Archblight had the chance to completely conquer Galkin, she betrayed her sister and established a empire for Terai on top of the bones of the Kayak Empire. Ever since, she has been residing on the far side of the world, removed from the politics of everybody, and mostly enemies with almost every single nation in existence. And also enemies with the Archblight.
So she's just like...
Yeah.
An enigma.
That's a fair description of her. She is on the wiki too. Anything on the wiki you can say, that's... Well, I'm just saying, you can say that's common knowledge for your character. If Hughes was educated. But yeah, that's Dealer responds, that's those are members of the Undying Empress's court.
Ooh. So do you know if that guy was just wearing a mask or if that was his face?
She's gonna nod and say it's just a mask. The
okay.
The Agram, or rather the Darkened Veil, can't afford any sign of weakness. They seek to strike fear into anyone that would do them harm.
Well, knowing it's a mask is a little less creepy, but like if that was just his face, that would be freaky as hell.
Dila's gonna laugh and say, it's not too long ago that I wore something similar. These strange times call for us to find allies in even stranger places.
You're telling me.
Also, hi, I'm Zadra.
Yes, Dila, as you can see, we've picked up 2 more people. This is Sodra, rushing to Sodra, and this is Cortus. Cortus.
Meeting Zadra for the first time. She's gonna nod and say, "Oh yes, and I remember you're the one, Effie. I sent Effie to investigate about your claims to Calcrest." And then to Cortus, she turns and says, "Yes, and of course I couldn't forget the Rigglebees bringing back Cortus from their dig. It was quite the event for a couple months here at the university." And she's going to shake each of your hand and say, "I'm pleased to have you here."
Nice to meet you. This is not a claim. It's a truth.
Dila is going to take, or actually you guys didn't hand her anything. She's going to move around to the far side of her office where the statues are, and she's going to say, "Your timing's rather fortuitous, actually. Lyra and Effie already went ahead heading eastward. However, Lyra did leave some affairs unattended to in her quarters inside of what is that city she is in charge of? Emirian. She asked if I'd send somebody to retrieve some things from her scribe and tidy up the place."
Tidy up the place? Hey. I can clean out a few safes.
Lyra has no idea what she has. Okay. Sure.
Like busy work.
I guess
you don't have to roll an insight check for it. It is 100% busy work.
It's like borderline insulting.
Wait, it's busy work?
Oh no, that's not a basically that's not a serious quest. That's hey, look over there. Like she's throwing the bulb and yelling "fetch," trying to distract us from like the fact the house is on fire.
No, it's more like they fake throw the ball and then we chase after it while they still have the ball in their hand.
Yeah, but while the house is on fire.
Yeah.
Cortus turns to Ericus and goes, "Little one, I did not sign up to sweep floors."
Yeah.
We're not sweeping floors.
Floors? Like I'm not a house cleaner.
We just actually came to inform you that we got the book Effie asked us to get. We even got the guy that it's about. And then we were going to go help her with the ghost portal. He asked us to.
Oh, I also have this letter from
the
commander of Nazarim.
Yeah, he asked us a favor.
You hand her the letter?
Yes.
She's going to take the letter, read through it, and oh god, you're gonna see Dila just kind of like put a hand over her mouth as this letter, really does touch her, and say 500 Arcanists.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know why they need that many. They have so many of us freaking contractors just sitting down there doing nothing, but yeah.
After that spat the gambling, I can see where they'd maybe want somebody they think is more disciplined.
Well, okay, like the gambling.
However, in the same breath of asking for this letter, we pardoned Housek. So
we just delivered the letter. We aren't obligated to actually give them anything. That's not our decision, that's Dila. We don't have to plead a case.
That was Draco's fault, the gambling thing. That's not, like, the contractor's fault. That's just...
I wasn't the one cheating.
Not you. Not
Anyways.
I still Draco's. Dracus, yeah, that's his name. See, that's how little I care about that guy. I don't remember his name. He could be Dungberry for all I care.
Anyways.
Dingleberry!
He asked us to give you this. He seemed, sour seems to be the wrong.
Adamant?
But, adamant works. He wasn't in a happy mood. Things, yeah, desperate sounds about right. You know, but I can understand his plight. I'm just not sure what I can do to help him. It's his own damn country's fault.
Just burn it. Burn it all.
Burn the country down.
Altus, when did you get in this group?
Yeah, really, Altus, where?
Dila is going to say, well, Lyra has been commanding the war front on the eastern part of the country until they find a new Supreme Light for Dawkinsdale. As far as I know, her and Effie are planning to reside in the city for some time.
What city?
Dawkinsdale. And she's going to say, if you want to help Commander Eratos, though, these families in the Tide Gate that would be most affected by a unleashed Archblight, I believe you can serve as a first line of defense, heading to one of these islands and staying there as vigilant guards.
You are trying to get us to run away and hide again.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say someone released an Archblight in Dawkinsdale?
The Archblight is tearing apart the eastern part of Lil Nagai.
I'm so uninformed!
Mm-hmm. They broke through NAS and Dale's, they snuck past NAS and Dale's blockade last part of the campaign.
I would say that in character, because it's like, I was part of the reason that there was an Archblight released in Dawkinsdale.
Yeah.
Character is very uninformed about a lot of things.
Lady Dila, if I may ask, why do you want to keep us from going to Ardor so bad and helping?
Dila is going to inhale and exhale and say, we're going back to the suspense music, man. She's going to inhale and exhale and say, I just remember that day when you found me in Olivia's quarters. And I was stuck underneath there. And that woman, turning to Hapelri's statue, sacrificed herself for us and put herself in front of me. And she looks to Urkus and says, you held the bow to her head and killed us both. You've already given so much. I can't ask you to possibly give any more.
Then let us take. Let us take from Olivia.
That doesn't end well.
I mean, it kind of sounds like our job. Or at least it sounds like me and Corpus. Huh?
The whole point of living is to
Not die.
die full of glory, serving our people.
But death is not the end.
What that guy says. So I haven't given nearly enough if I'm here having this conversation with.
Dila is going to be moved. Like, you're going to see her wipe a single tear from her eye and say, I once knew an archmage that possessed the same valorous spirit. And she nods and says, you want to fight?
I want to help.
She's going to cast a spell. Give me 1 second because I'm pretty sure I should have this guy in
I
here.
cast counterspell.
She cast a spell. She cast counterspell.
Oh god, no! It's disintegrate!
You want to help?
I won't let them kill my children!
It's whole
She's
person.
actually Olivia in disguise.
If I kill you first, they can't kill you later.
Alright. So I actually don't have this guy on here, but I have a picture of him and I'll upload it later for you guys. Then I don't know what you guys are going to do. She's going to cast a spell, and an illusion appears in front of you guys of a orc, or of a half orc. This man is in full plate armor with a black and red cape, and on his shoulder is a double-sided battle axe made of white metal with red veins going through the blades of the axe, and
Sounds awesome.
each tip of the axe is gilded in gold. Each edge of it. She's gonna say, "This is the Archblight general leading the charge in Cedal. His name's Daxtrin Felmis.
It's on the armor.
He's making Lyra's life hell right now."
Then we send him to the other side.
She's gonna say, "It's not that simple. That weapon he's wielding, it allows him to see into the future, much like how you described that woman capable of. Any moves or forces Lyra marshals against him in a matter of moments in combat, he outmaneuvers 50 men on his own."
If Hapelry taught me anything, it's that you just gotta hit him with a sure thing.
Don't think just that type of thing.
I'm good at that.
I'll put it to you this way. If we want to, we'll take him down. And if we're gonna succeed, we're going to succeed. And the beautiful part is he'll be haunted by knowing it's gonna happen.
She's going to nod and say, and see, that's thinking like an adventurer. If you want to do that, you can walk the roads up and down to Mentori. If you're going to be in my service, I'm going to need you to be a level above him. She's going to cast a second image next to it and say, Effie's real purpose inside of Ardor is looking for this woman.
Is it Alis?
No, it is not.
Elena.
It is not Alis.
Yeah.
Totally Elena.
Let us see. Oh, and she's gonna say,
our good friend Nyla.
Nazaran planted a spy.
I remember her.
Next to Daxtrin. She served him for nearly a dozen years before she left the organization. She knows everything about him, how he thinks, how he attacks, how he fights, how his axe works. She's gone missing, though.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Roman.
Yeah, what?
We have a way to find her.
Well, yeah, we do, but can I...
But
I wanted to finish
I need to do that thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, y'all being all mysterious over there.
Right? I'm like... There's... I doubt she's an Ardor anymore. And we can find her, that'll be... We have, Shadow Tooth.
And Dila is going to say, and this woman isn't to be taken lightly. She's
we
trained.
We've
Suddenly,
met her actually.
Yeah, we were there the night Respis, would I know Respis' name?
Respis Bertolf? Yeah, you guys,
Yeah.
he's the ruler of a country.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I'm a dumb sailor.
Suddenly, Zodra's nose start hurting as a remembrance of Carter smacking his nose into a table as he tried to tackle somebody.
The thing I want to do is, like, I want to be like, we were there, the magnate died, and then it's like, which one? Like, oh, what?
I'm
We
sure
were
that news is
there.
spread by now.
It's like, we were there the night, Respis Bertolf was assassinated. She had a hand in it.
So, this is new information to Dila. She has been kidnapped for an entire 2 months. And, you know, nobody
Yeah,
has
see, that's the
said
thing.
anything about this to her, and she's going to say, what?
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Effie was like with us in the city when it happened. I don't think she was there the night of, but
No, I think she was outside. It was you, me, Brock,
and Tristan.
Yeah, Jessica wasn't with us. But
Yeah.
That's when that's how we got a hold of Ryren. Oh, you might not know about that.
yeah, that's in your vault.
Yeah. You're my godfather.
She was told that you guys brought Ryren there and what it does, but not how you acquired it. And Dila is going to like take a renewed interest and say, so you know where she is? You have a personal connection with her?
We've met.
And
once.
her lover.
And her... Actually, do we know about the lover? I think that's group meta knowledge bleeding in.
Mm-hmm.
That was
You would know about
like-
that because she was there when.
Yeah, she's the one that led us into the castle.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
would know her better
Yeah.
than he would.
Yeah,
She
Sarissa.
escaped with her.
Yeah, Sarissa let you guys in.
I mean, we know her, you know, and I don't think it's hostile, but I mean, we haven't. I highly doubt she's still in order. You know, she'd be a wanted woman.
Dumb son of a bitch.
How? No, we'd be out of that loop because by the time the wanted poster started circulating, we'd have been a little nigga.
Yeah.
But like I said, we have Shattered Tooth, which I mean, I don't know if you've seen us use it. We can scry on her. You know, we know her name. We know what she looks like now.
Well,
You
our
know.
person that is using it knows what she looks like, which is the
Yeah.
biggest issue.
So she shouldn't be. Well, I don't want to be like she shouldn't be hard to track down.
Yeah, no. If you remember what happened earlier when I said that, the same word.
Well, then I was like, well, that might be the meta, but it's like bleeding all who we're dealing with. It's like it's not going to be easy. But we have better leads than nothing. You know, so we can definitely find her. Feel much more secure in our ability to find her than our ability to kill the crazy man with the.
And she's going to say, well, I'll say rendezvous with Effie as soon as you make a connection with her. Share everything you know about Nyla. The sooner we get our hands on Nyla and her knowledge, perhaps she's still a tool that can be used in the Archblight side. From what I'm aware, she fought them for nearly 200 years before she left the service of Nazaram.
Jesus Christ, she's old.
Yeah, she's an elf, so.
Yeah,
She's super young for an elf. Super old for,
Okay, for a 27-year-old human, that's old, okay? Let's get this right now. Like, Jesus Christ, she's old. That's an old bitch.
Oh, Dila's right in front of
yeah, Dila, who's 3,030 years old.
Literally older than time! She invented the calendar!
You know what? She old too.
But damn, she don't look it!
Oh yeah, for everybody watching tonight, I need to pull up Dila's thing for the first time, since it's the first time she's been pulled on here. Mathis University, Dila and Rona. There we go. Alright.
I gotta say, I love that picture. Makes her look like she belongs in like Wind Waker or something.
I don't know why, but I look at her left eye and it's like, is that a lazy eye or is she just looking at two different?
It's called me using royalty-free images and character portrait makers, and wherever I can find them to fit whatever characters I need.
It's like, is that a birth defect or is this time not been well?
So where's Effie at? In Dawkinsdale?
Yes.
Yeah, we can make contact with Effie, and then we can start the hunt for Nyla.
Can you portal us to Dawkinsdale?
Can she portal us to Dawkinsdale?
I was about to say, is there a teleportation portal in Dawkinsdale?
Do people not like know how to take a boat? I'm pretty sure I heard someone.
Get me on the boat.
There are.
I heard a conversation that somebody was a sailor like earlier today.
There are boats.
That takes so long.
Dila will say there is a circle within Anthalar. She's gonna say they tolerate my Arcanists using it, but they're not the biggest fans of the university.
I could flash my symbol saying this is Nazaram business.
She shakes her head and says, "The sun yet."
Oh.
I mean, we can, go by foot. Can we take a boat?
Yeah, there are boats that go from Sky's Reach to Dawkinsdale.
I'm not good with my little Nagian geography.
Let's look at the patterns of the sea, and that's how we'll end tonight's session, plotting how you guys decide to travel to Dawkinsdale. Alright, so let's, as nice as this message is, we're gonna have to delete that.
No!
Alright, so, there are weak currents that push towards Dawkinsdale in the direction that you guys would need leaving Sky's Reach. So, let's see how many days...
Knowledge I would have.
Yeah.
So, not gonna lie, have no idea where the fuck Sky's Reach is at, so I have no clue where we're at.
Okay, I can show you guys that real quick on the map. I'm going to move you over to the other map so I can draw on it, because all of that stuff is... Alright, so... delete all of this stuff. You all are at Sky's Reach, the capital of Ililnagai, and I will put a red X on it. It is this massive port... Oh, well, I did it as a square. That's my bad. But anyways, it's that massive port city right there. Dawkinsdale is on the far edge of Ililnagai. It borders Arterserai. It is heavily within the territory that Dila told you is a war front. Let's see. As far as location or travel distance, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes away. 8 times 45.
8 times 45.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my calculator now.
360.
360.
All right, and we are about to. Are you ready for this, Rob? We're about to vote it up, man.
A lot of time.
It'll take a year.
No, it won't. See,
4 days.
There are
1 day.
boats are nice. Boats are ridiculously nice in 5th edition, especially.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, especially, and I always forget where this is. If it's here we go. Should be.
I love how the one person that knows how to like use boats and like loves boats and boating and everything like that. Even his mom knew about the boats. Was the one's like, I don't want to be on a boat.
No, I want to be on a boat. It just
right.
never happened, so I'm not getting my hopes up.
On a cargo ship, 4 miles per hour, so 360 divided by 4, 90 hours divided by 24. Okay.
Couple days.
Yeah, it would
4
take
days.
3.5 days on a cargo ship. That's moving at 4 hours or 4 miles per hour.
Now, quick question:
Yes.
can my
Makes us
steed
40.
be a water animal?
Can you ride your steed straight for 3 days? You and your steed would die of exhaustion.
Would we? Because the steed is a magical steed, so it doesn't need anything.
Well, see, the difference is when you're sleeping on a ship, the ship is still moving by the currents. I would say also going with good wind and with good currents. If you guys did exceptionally well, like manning this boat, you could reduce this travel time by 50%. Of just like, yo, we gotta hustle, let's go. And that would look like just under 2 days of just, pushing this boat to its limits,
God.
2
2 days.
wind.
We could go on a boat, guys. Give
I would also like to throw out there that, Brandon, your math was a little crazy. You said it's 8 hexes away?
Yeah.
That would be 12 days of travel. You said 1 hex equals 45 miles equals a day and a half of travel, and the boat.
Yes. So what that is assuming, that's all for land travel. An adventuring party can only travel on foot so fast and for so long where they have to rest. The boat never rests, so the boat travels for 24 hours a day.
Sure, 2 days is considerably faster than 12, but
Yeah.
someone threw out the number a year, and it was like, no, not a year. Like that's like traveling a couple states away from you in America. Like, yeah, it takes you a little while, but it's not a year.
Or you guys
State.
can force your way inside of Anthalar, the Sun Yit's temple inside of Dockensdale. They do have a
We
teleportation
can just take a
circle.
boat.
Oh my god, can we take a boat?
Let's take a boat so we can
Ah!
the boat we have.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm on a boat the entire time. I'm on a boat.
Will it be stocked with food?
No.
Now, Roman has a feature called
Yes.
Sailor. You can convince a captain to allow you and your party to help man the boat and get free passage on the boat.
Yep.
As
That's what I'm here for.
far as food goes, I don't think that gives you rations and everything else.
I would hope they'd feed us for helping man the ship.
I
We can just
mean,
pick up some rations on the way out.
yeah, I was going to say, the thank you is free boat fare to a war-torn region. Alright, let's see.
I feel like I got the money to be buying.
If you can't afford rations, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. They're like
I
a
can't
silver.
afford a lot of things.
Have you seen the way I dress?
Touche. Have you seen the way I dress?
So,
Have you seen the way
can't
I
afford a shirt.
I
can
can
afford
afford
food
food.
after my shirts.
now, options that you guys have. Your fastest option is going to be a galley. As far as I'm concerned, that is a defenseless cargo ship. Let's see, galley.
Don't need defenses. I am the defenses.
Yeah, that's that is a defenseless cargo ship meant to just move a bunch of people. Your next option, a step up. A little guy has invented cannons. They do have warships. They're slightly slower, but if you got attacked on the high seas or anything like that, you guys would have the means to defend yourselves from pirates, raiders, or enemy boats, or things like that.
Yes, please.
Okay, it's just like, don't even get through the rest of the options, like the warship.
I want fucking cannons. I would like to interrupt this portion of our campaign to play Assassin's Creed 4.
Alright, so, let's see, 100... Alright, so, the warship, if everything goes in your favor, will take 3 days to sail. Is everybody fine with that? And we'll pick up there next session with you guys boarding the warship?
I have one question.
Yes.
Would position of power help out in the teleportation situation?
Mm-hmm. Of what? Just yelling at them to accept you?
Yeah, like people assume I have a right to be where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the thing.
With the Sun Yeth, let us see. What is that? The noble background?
Yeah, that's what I am. Try to screw over the boat idea now.
No, it is not high society, or anything like that. The Sun Yeth have a personal vendetta with Dila.
Damn. Tried for the teleportation.
Alright, so
let's do the battleship.
Alright.
Give Roman a happy day.
Roman had a happy day. Roman got to meet his mother.
This is literally the best day of my character's existence.
I know, he meets his mom and he gets to go on a boat. What?
I'm no longer an alleged sailor. We did it, kids!
Alleged sailor.
I love how your mom was just like, how's the
sailor?
How's the sailing going? And it's just like, yeah, I don't really get to do that. Alright.
Now you can change your name to official sailor.
Yeah, I mean, I will.
For completing Dila's quests, I'm gonna give you guys, 1,000 experience for that. You for turned in a letter.
2,000 experience? What?
1,000 for completing Kerastase quest. You turned in another letter. 1,000 experience.
20,000 experience? What? Awesome.
Roman meeting his mother and not blowing her cover. 4,000 experience.
Yes!
Damn!
And,
I'm the best.
Well, it's a personal story step for you. So.
Do I get additional experience for finding out that Kron was my godfather?
No, because he would have told you that.
Was that part of the monologue?
Yes, when it's like, I bet you're wondering why I told them to keep you alive. Well, because your father and you're stabbing me. Well, could you stop? Okay. Well, you know what? Fuck you, Roman.
Is that 4,000 just for Roman, by the way, Brandon?
No, that's for everybody. And finally, accepting a new quest from Dila, I'm going to give you guys 1,000 for Daxtrin and Nyla. It is an unnamed quest arc for now. Something I had planned, but not for the far future. But sure, you guys want to tackle those two? You're just like, yeah, let's go for it. So.
This is how we die.
So that's about what, 7K total?
I have 8.
Yeah. 1,000 for Dila's quest, 1,000 for Kerastase, 4,000 for Roman. That puts it at 6,000, and then 1,000 for accepting Dila's quest.
Oh, okay. I did 1,000 per, not just.
Yeah, and your guys' next session will be on the 29th. And we're going to pick up there. Everybody who watched, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for walking away halfway through the session. Oh, you know what? Inspiration tonight for to Admir.
Yeah, buddy.
For specifically of just like, who are you? It's like, oh, I'm Oridora. Like, how can I help you?
Legitimately, that's how Terran would be. It's just like, hi,